Hello, my dear students. This is Shraddha Namdev, your science teacher from Holy Arts Educational Academy. Students, in the previous video, I have taught you all about heat. What is heat? That means it is a form of energy. How hot and cold are the substances? And about the temperature, that it is the degree of hotness and coldness of the object. In this video lesson, I am going to continue with the other topics of heat flow and temperature. Students, today I am going to teach you all about how to measure the temperature and the different types of thermometer. As we know that thermometer is a device which is used to measure the temperature. So first let us see about the different scales of temperature. If we do not know about the different scales of temperature, then we will not be able to measure the temperature. How to distinguish between the different scales of temperature? Let us see, there are fixed reference points given on the thermometer. If there are no fixed reference points, then we will not be able to measure the temperature. These reference points are known as the ice point and the steam point. What does that mean? The ice point means that the freezing point at which the water changes into ice, and the steam point is the boiling point. It is the point at which the water changes into water vapor. Both have the Celsius scale and the Fahrenheit scale both have a fixed reference points, that is the ice point and the steam point. If we don't have a fixed reference point, then it will be difficult to calculate the temperature. Like for example, if we want to calculate the length, then we should know the unit, then only we can calculate. That is why we should know the scale of temperature also, then we can calculate the temperature. Like the Celsius scale is being denoted by a small, you can see here that the Celsius scale is denoted by a small c and a small circle is there, and the Fahrenheit scale is being denoted by F and a small, you can see a small circle is there. So these are the scales of both Celsius scale and also for the Fahrenheit scale. Like you can see here in the diagram that the Celsius scale is being given as the two reference point, that is the ice point is given as the 0 degrees Celsius, and the you can see the steam point is given as the 100 degrees Celsius. Yes, so that these are the two reference point, and in between we can see the different temperatures. We can, like for example, that is I have written as 20 degrees Celsius. Now next, here you can see this is the Fahrenheit scale, and in the Fahrenheit scale you can see here that the same ice point is denoted is given as the value as 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and the steam point is given as the value as 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Both of them are the reference point of Celsius scale and the Fahrenheit scale, but both like this 0 degree is equivalent to 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and the 100 degrees Celsius is equivalent to 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So these are the scales of temperature. Now the normal temperature of human body is 37 degrees Celsius in Celsius scale and 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit in Fahrenheit scale. So you can see this is much less than the boiling point. To measure the temperature of any substance or human body, we need thermometer. So thermometer is an instrument which measures the temperature. So let us see that the different types of thermometer and also what it is made up of. So there are two types of thermometer which we are going to discuss, that is the clinical thermometer and the laboratory thermometer. Let us see the clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometer is specially designed to measure the temperature of human body, and it ranges from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. The markings have been done on the thermometer. Why this type of thermometer, this clinical thermometer, is used to measure the human body temperature? Children, because this temperature, because the human body temperature, if it ranges below 35 degrees Celsius or above 42 degrees Celsius, then the human body will not survive. And it is specially designed to measure the temperature of human body. Now let us see the construction of the clinical thermometer. As I have drawn the diagram of a clinical thermometer, as you can see here, this clinical thermometer, it has a long narrow tube-like structure. This is a long narrow tube-like structure which is known as the stem of the thermometer, and a bulb is there. This end point is known as the bulb, in which the mercury is being filled. Why mercury is being filled? It is because it is the liquid metal at room temperature, and it easily gets heated up, and also it is movable also, as it is a liquid. And you can see the fine thread going along the long narrow glass tube. That is also a shiny thread like structure that is known as the mercury. And you can see the markings done on the stem of the thermometer, and these markings helps to read the temperature. As you can see here, a bent, or you can see a kink is present inside this thermometer. Why this kink is being provided in the thermometer? This is because this kink does not allow the level of mercury to fall down. When we want to take the temperature, when we are ill, or you can say when we are down with fever, we put it under the arm or under the tongue. What happens? This bulb is in contact with the tongue or under the arm. It gets heated up. That means the mercury gets inside this bulb. The mercury is present, and this mercury gets heated up, and what happens? It expands. As it expands, it rises up and it moves to a certain level, and then it stops. Then we can take it out and we can take the temperature. If kink was not present there, then what would happen? This level of mercury will immediately fall down. That is why the kink is being provided for taking the temperature. Children, you all must be thinking that why kink is being provided in the thermometer. Kink does not allow the level of mercury to fall down. Whenever we want to take the temperature of the human body, this kink only helps to remain the mercury to a certain level where the temperature you want to read, that it remains. Otherwise, what will happen? If kink was not there, then the level of mercury will immediately fall down. But as the bulb is not in contact with the human body, so the level of mercury will immediately fall down. So you can see here now what it is, the liquid which varies with temperature. That means it is the mercury which is filled in the bulb. It heats up and it rises up. That means it expands and it rises up. Now, if nowadays both mercury and alcohol is being used as a liquid in thermometers, but usually nowadays alcohol is being preferred because mercury is very poisonous metal. That is why alcohol is being preferred and is encouraged in making of thermometer. Now let us see the precautions which we have to take while handling with thermometer if we want to take the temperature. So we should handle with care, because as it is made up of glass bulb. Then next it has a mercury filled inside that, and this mercury is highly poisonous, so it is very difficult to dispose of. That is why we should handle it with care. While taking the temperature, we have to first wash it and then use it, because if it is used by the other patient, then it will be having germs in it, and also the level of temperature, it will be there itself, what temperature which we have taken before. So that is why, it has to come to the normal temperature, that is below 35 degrees Celsius, and then we can take the temperature of the other patient. Now let us see there are few more precautions to be taken to handle with while handling the thermometer. Like you have to take the thermometer to a certain eye level, and then only we can read the temperature. Jerk the thermometer before taking the temperature to that, so that the level of mercury falls below 35 degrees Celsius. Do not hold the thermometer with the from the bulb point, as it will not give you the accurate value of accurate temperature of the patient, because it is in contact with the heat of the body. That is why. Now let us see the laboratory thermometer. If you want to take the temperature of the environment, or the temperature of hot milk, or the temperature of ice cream, we need a laboratory thermometer. We cannot measure with the help of a clinical thermometer, as if we want to measure the temperature of boiling water, if we use clinical thermometer, what will happen? It might break. So the laboratory thermometers are being used for measuring the temperature of other substances, and it also has a broader range, so that it can measure. Like the scale measures from -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. It is a very broad range of temperature it has so let us see what the concept of taking the temperature remains the same in the laboratory thermometer and the clinical thermometer. That means it has a liquid filled in both the thermometer, and it helps to take the temperature. While using a laboratory thermometer, certain precautions we have to take them, that the bulb should be in contact with the liquid, otherwise we will not be able to take the reading, as the kink is not present which will hold the mercury to a level. That is why the kink is not present, and it will make the mercury fall down to the zero level, and you will not get the accurate reading. It should not touch the containers, because again if it touches, then again we will not be able to get the accurate reading. And the fourth point is that again you can say that that the thermometer, we should hold the thermometer upright, and it should not be disturbed. It should not change the position, otherwise again you will not get the accurate reading. These are the precautions to be taken while taking the temperature with the help of laboratory thermometer. Children, why do we use mercury in making of thermometer? There are certain properties of mercury which helps in making of thermometer. That is, first one is, it is a liquid metal at room temperature, and it has high coefficient of expansion. That means the volume increases and we can easily take the temperature. If it is slightly heated also, then it gives the it rises up and it gives the temperature. It has a low melting point and have a high boiling point. That means low melting point, that it melts at a very low temperature, and high boiling point, that means it boils at a very high temperature. And there are certain disadvantages of using mercury also, that mercury is very highly poisonous substance and it is very difficult to dispose of. Nowadays the use of alcohol is being used in thermometer, that means it also has a high coefficient of expansion, that is why nowadays it is being encouraged. In digital thermometers this alcohol is being used. In the next video lesson, children, we will discuss the other topics of heat flow and temperature. Thank you.